Hello everyone, Jessica here, and I'm back with another layout for Spiegel Mama Scraps. You can use my code Jessica15 in the shop to save 15%. So I am starting this off with just a whole bunch of randomness from my stash. So I've grabbed this more recent rub-on sheet that I had purchased by 49 in Market. It's actually from a fall collection, but I'm actually going to create some summary pages for my travel notebook. So I've got this really old mini paper pad that's been in my stash for quite some time. I just have a giant summer bin. Actually, I have a couple summer bins and iris cases, and I keep kind of all my miscellaneous summer stuff in there. So that's where I grabbed this from. And I am just cutting down my pages to fit inside my page protectors that go inside my Life Crafted album by Citrus Twist Kits. And I am going to dress these pages up using the Wine and Roses mix by Spiegel Mom Scraps. So I'm transferring this rub on real quick on this pretty kind of craft paper that comes in this paper pad. And I originally was going to make this a full page in my album without the page protector. That's why it's a little bit bigger. But then I realized that I put it too close to the edge and I wasn't going to have room to punch my holes in there. So I decided to just go ahead and cut it down so that it's going to fit inside a page protector too. So there I'm just taking it out and trimming it down to fit inside there. So it's just going to tuck in there, no big deal. I am taking this red pattern paper from this paper pad as well. I'm going to rip some off and put a little bit of a border strip up top because the papers are actually a little bit too short to fill up that entire page protector, but this is my kind of fix for that. So I'm using my page protector underneath there. I know it's kind of hard to see it, but it is sitting underneath there, using that as my guide as far as how big I want. I could have measured it with my ruler, but I didn't feel like it. So this was just the easiest way for me, is just laying it on top of that page protector so that I know for sure that it's going to fit. I'm doing the same thing with this side too. I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive at the top and then just putting that little border strip right at the top. So you can see it's like 1/4 of an inch short. And it would have been fine, honestly, to just leave it that way. But I like my pages to go to the very top. So I made sure that it fit. So I'm just going to mount this larger photo here with some smooth white cardstock, and I'm going to leave it square. My other two photos here, these are all beach photos of the beach on our campground where we love to go camping, and I'm actually going to make these other two photos into circles using my Stitch circle dies. I believe these ones are by Echo Park, but a couple of companies make them. So I just ran them through my Big Shot machine real quick to cut those down into my circle shapes, and then I'm going to put a tag here behind my photo. This is a Simple Stories collection. I think it's called Summer 11 or something like that. But I'm just cutting out this little sun. I'm going to pop him down here on this page. I'm not going to put a whole lot on that left side because I really wanted that rub on to kind of shine on that page and really bring the focus to my photos on the other side. So that's why I'm leaving that page pretty bare. I am going to add some machine stitching to the top of my layouts just for some interest up there. But other than that, I'm not going to add a whole lot to this left side. Just digging through here, trying to find some things that go with this layout. My son was actually eating Doritos in this, and there's actually a falling chip in my photo. It looks like it's on my belly, but it's actually falling whenever I took the photo. So I thought it was super appropriate to use those little snacks there on my layout. And then here I'm just using that tag to stamp my date on here with a Paige Evans roller date stamp and just some black archival ink. So I'll trim that off because it's actually going to overhang off my page a little bit where that sun is. That way I can fit everything on there. So I'll go ahead and pop my sun down, and then I will go ahead and just trim that right side of that off. So I'm flipping through this sticker book here by Simple Stories, just seeing what else I can add to this layout, and I find this cute little flower here to kind of fill in that little space. Then I remember that I didn't have any of this glued down, so I have to actually adhere all of this to my layouts. So I went ahead and did that. And for some reason it didn't actually adhere, so you'll see me a little bit later lifting that back up and actually putting it down on my page right here. I don't know why, it just didn't want to stick for some reason. But I've got my circular photos here. I'm going to keep those guys up there. I'm going to actually make some sequin lines to them. I thought about putting sequins the whole way around the outside, but since I used my stitch circle dies, I really didn't want to cover that up. So I wanted to keep them the way that they were. So I'm just adding some wordy bits here to a couple places around my photos just to finish that off. And then I'll go in and add those beautiful sequins. So here is the finished spread for my travel notebook. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this process today, and feel free to use my code Jessica15 in the shop to save 15%. Thank you guys so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.